Howdy y'all, and welcome to Chad playing Satisfactory Plus 1.1. Alright guys, you caught me waiting on my microwave on a space copy to ding, and yeah. Alright, so what are we working on today? So that's a good question. Let's talk about what we worked on last time we were together. Last time we were together, we put together this power plant, right? We have the ability to do 450 megawatts. We're not quite there because of Mark II belts not being unlocked yet. No big deal. So in today's episode, we're going to tackle the iron production line. That's right, we're going to get iron and tin going. I have decided that we're going to build it off that plank over there, and we're going to replace all this stuff here with over there. And the idea is we're going to, well, hang on a second. Let me pull my space pad out of my pocket and I'll show you. All right. So here's the idea. We're going to make 10 rods a minute, 25 screws a minute, 15 iron wire a minute, 25 iron sheets a minute, 20 iron plates a minute, 15 tin rods a minute, and 30 tin ingots a minute, and 30 concrete a minute. That's the end result, right? It's going to use 120 citrite ore a minute, and this is how it's all set up. This gives you an idea. This is the end results. So that's what I came up with in my mind and configured. So yeah, let me put this bad boy away. So you know the plan. You kind of know where the place is. So what we need to do is we need to come down here and let's take all of that. Let's come in here, and we need to get ore sorting taken care of. So we'll send all the components up to space for that. All right. Now, before we do that, let's do this. We've got a new building. I need a smelter and I need a sorter. All right, hang on a second. Grab all this, and we'll come out here and we'll put a sorter down really quick, and we'll ooh and ah about what it is, what it looks like, and how it, in theory, how it works. First of all, the thing is huge, right? It's got 3 inputs on one side, it's got 3 outputs on another. I mean, this bad boy is all that in a bag of chips. But what does it do? All right, so right now we only have one recipe. It's crushed iron. What we do is we feed it with 120 crushed citrite, so we can feed it directly from the crushers. And what it's going to give us is it's going to give us 90 minute of crushed iron, 60 a minute of crushed tin, and 40 a minute of crushed stone, right? So that's what we're going to get out of it. Now, if we come into here and we put down a smelter, now we have the ability to make iron ingots. All right, so impure iron ingots are 30 crushed citrite a minute for 30 ingots. Iron is 30 iron for 30 ingots. All right, so it seems like, well, it's the same. So what's the difference? And I don't know. One is crushed ore instead of crushed citrite, right? That's the difference. The other thing is the tin ingots is crushed tin is 15 a minute, whereas impure is 30. So this is a savings on the tin side. So what I'm guessing is that on the crushers, since we got one running, we can look at it. we're giving up. So we're getting 60. We're putting 60 in, we're putting 60 out. So it would take 2 of those to feed one of these. And we're getting 90 out of this. Is that right? 90? So instead of 120. So basically this is how I see it. If we pull out the space calculator, we're taking 120 and we're subtracting 90 from it. So we're losing 30 ore a minute. 30 citrite crushed ore a minute. And in exchange for that, we are getting crushed tin and stone out of it. So the total capability is this. We're sacrificing 120 ingots this way to make 90 ingots this way. So we're sacrificing 30 iron ingots to get 60 tin ingots and 40 stone. That's how it works. I think it's worth it because we can stretch it further, and I'm sure that in the future we'll get more recipes that will even stretch it even that much more. But basically, that's what it is. All right, so before I'd gotten my space coffee going, and well, actually, I'm not gonna lie, it was my second cup of space coffee, right? I got up here and I built this to kind of ooh and ah and go, all right, is this where I want to get started? And I felt like that, yes, this is the perfect place to get started. So we came over here and put this bad boy up, and yeah. So what we're gonna do is, imagine, if you will, a nice big platform to work off of. And I think that the platform that we're gonna work off of is gonna be 12 by 15. I believe that's kind of what it is. So give me a second and we'll boop it in. All right, guys, there's my 12 by 15 platform. I feel like that this is going to be plenty big for what we need. It gives me a little bit of elbow room, a little bit of walking room, a little bit of, everything to make everything work. I don't mind it being compact, but I don't want it to be squished just in case I need to make some changes or I make boo-boos, We all make mistakes. So I know that I'm going to be using 2 of these, so I feel that I'll bring those in over here, and we'll get that started. So I do have a general idea of some things, so let's kind of get a little started. I know that I'm going to need 2 of these bad boys, right? So and I know I want a little bit of room, so we can put one there. And I know that the other thing I want is I want a little room, so I can use a constructor as, as a little stopgap, and then I can put this one like that. And I believe if I did that right, I should have just enough room to put the sorter in. So, because the sorter has 3 lines, so if I line up with this, right, with the middle, all right, you're there. Well, that looks good. In theory, I should be able to get this all the way. You know what? I feel like that's just a little too close. I could probably get by with it. You know what? Let's do that. I think that'll work. So I know that the stone is going to come out on this side. So if I put a belt like that and a belt like this, and then I put belts like this, and then we just do like so. This will take 60 in, give us 60 out, right? So this will also do this thing, and we don't need you anymore. So that 60 and 60 is 120. If we come into here, we've got 120 coming in. So we're gonna have 90 coming out. And here's the interesting thing. How is this gonna work? All right, because I've dealt with this in the past, I do know the answer, right? So this side right here, it has 3 outputs and it is gonna output 3 things. This side is gonna be tin, this is gonna be stone, and this is gonna be iron, right? So we're gonna have 90 coming out of here, so we're gonna need a Mark II belt, and we're gonna have 10 come out of here. Not a problem. So what is the plan? All right, hang on a second. So we're gonna need empty space and smelters, empty space constructors, empty space constructor, empty space box. All right. So I like to work backwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some boxes down. Kind of like this. Yeah. And I'm going to need 8 of them. So yeah, we're just going to kind of, if one's good, two's better kind of thing. And so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that one not in the middle? No, it's not. I lost count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there's the 8 boxes that we need. Space, constructor, space, smelter. All right. So we need a line of constructors coming in here, like here. So let's get constructors going. Spin it around. You spin me around. All right, so I need 2. I need a space. I need 3. And then out of the 2, I need over here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, and then probably on the end is going to be iffy. I have to play it by ear. But I will give you an idea of what's going in these. All right, so these 2 are going to be making rods. And then out of the rods, we have one making, is that right, screws? Yeah, one's making screws, one's making wire. These are going to be making plates. That's making plates. This is making plates. This is going to be making tin rods. And this is going to be making sheets. So if we look at it, we got everything basically kind of taken care of. So after that, I need to put smelters down. So give me just a second. I need to configure, check my notes and calculate a couple things really quick, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. A little harder to translate things in paper in 2-dimension into 3-dimension, so I kind of had to play Legos a little bit, get it laid out. But it looks like I kind of got most of it figured out. Maybe not 100% all of it, but we got enough to get going. So let's get this party started. So out of these, we're getting stone, 25 stone out of each. So that's 50. So these are gonna come into here, boom, like that. That's gonna merge into there. That's gonna merge into there. That's gonna be 100. And we've got, no. Is that 100? No, it's 50, right? 25 and 25 is 50, Jab. All right, so it's 50. Out of here, we're gonna get 40, so that's gonna be 90. So I've got this belt coming over here, so if we get another one of these, kind of like this, I think that we can use this into there like that. Bob's your uncle. And out of this, we're gonna get 90 coming out of here. We're gonna have to change this into Mark II belt. I won't put it out yet, but then what'll end up happening is 90. Well, fine. That'll work. 90 coming in here is split. That's 45, 45. 45 is what we need. So basically, we're getting 15 and 15 out of here, which comes out to be 30, right? And as I told you, we were getting 30. And then all I gotta do is take this 30 and run it all the way down here, right? Well, all the way into there, and that takes care of the concrete. One component down. 7 more to go, 8 more to go. Not 100% sure. We'll figure it out. All right, so we're gonna get 60 a minute of this crushed tin. So 60 a minute, we're just gonna take this, we're gonna run it into there. This is gonna split it 2 ways. So there's 30. And there's 30. I need to hook. Yo, come here. You need a belt in there. Oh, you have a belt already. All right. So then we're gonna split these in half. That's 15. And that's 15. If it doesn't go one way, connect it the other way. And this is gonna be 15 and 15, which is making 30 of the 10 ingots. And then this is gonna make, all right, any way that will fit, please, and thank you. There we go. And this is gonna make 30. And then I need a merger. I need a merger here. Because 15 and 15 is 30. And then we're gonna feed this machine. This machine is making rods. It needs 30, it's gonna give us 15. And then we can connect that bad boy. Boom. All right. So now we have an issue. I've got the other 30. They're gonna come out of here and we need to go to that box. But in order to get to that box, we need to go over this. So 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4. I think it's 4 to go over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I was right. It's either 4 or 3. Oh, did I build you wrong? It's possible. Reverse the flow. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, try it again. All right. You're not straight. Third time's the charm? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse it. All right. I don't, I want it to look nice. Yeah, it is 4. 3 would have definitely had done that. So then, no. Play nice. Hook that in, and then we can hook this in. And there's our 30. Not lead. 30. Oh, good lord, what are these? 10 ingots a minute. Okay. So we're getting there. We got some more boxes that haven't been hooked up yet. All right. So we need 30 iron. All right, the iron. Yep. All right, hop. The iron I've got figured out. So we've got 90 coming out of here. That's going to be a Mark II. Coming in here as being split 3 ways. So that's 30 for each one of these. And each one of these needs 30. So if I just hook, and of course, you don't want to play nice. I'm missing screws. Yay. All right, let me go get some screws. I'll be right back. All right, I found a handful of screws over at the hub. Hopefully it's going to be enough. So what were we doing? We were here before we were interrupted about lack of screws. All right, so there we go. So each one of these is getting 30. 30 in, they're going to put 30 out. So then over here, I need 15 and 15, which is 30. So I just need to put a splitter, and you're a merger. I need to put a splitter here. Come into here, 30 comes in there. Change it into 15 and 15. Beautiful. 30's coming into here. 30 and 30 is a straight shot. So, and this is also 30 going into 30 for a straight shot. So that takes care of this requirement for plates. So now all I gotta do is put that into the box. This is gonna be underclocked, right? So it says we need 40 to make 50, but we're getting 20. So it's just gonna run at half speed. It's all right. I calculated it that way. It works just fine. So now all we gotta do is figure out this mess, and I've got a feeling I don't have enough room. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to grab one of these and kind of, well, give us some room, because we're gonna have to do some we're gonna have to do some merging and splitting magic. So this one's gonna be doing wire, and this one's gonna be doing screws. And what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to merge these two, then split it into thirds, right? So if I'm gonna merge it and split, let's do this. Let's merge them first. And that looks good. Then I got a split. That looks good. And let's do this. Let's do this. Do that. Then split the thirds. 1/3, 2/3, and 3/4. 3/3. And the way this is going to work is this is making 15 and 15 is 30 rods a minute. They're going to send 10 rods a minute to each one of these, half speed for that. This is going to run half speed, and this will put 10 rods in here a minute. So basically, no, what? You're too good to fit? Oh, all right, there we go. So if we come in here and we look at this, and let's grab the drone and just kind of come over here, and I can show it to you. All we gotta do is bring in 2 of these up here, hook them into here, power it up and turn it on. But I'll take you through. So basically the ore's gonna come in here, it's gonna crush it, right? They're gonna feed the crushed right into the sorter, and then this is gonna come over here, and the stone is all gonna combine over there to make concrete. The concrete's gonna shoot into the box. All right, so the sorter is gonna come over here, and it's gonna make. This is gonna go in here and make iron, crushed iron. The iron's going into each one of the smelters, no problem. This middle one is gonna go from here over there, combine to make concrete. This bottom one is going to come down here to these 4 smelters. They're going to make ingots. 30 of the ingots are going into a box. The other 30 of the ingots are going into this constructor, going into a box to make rods. This is going to make plates into the box. This is going to make plates into sheets into the box. These 2 are going to make rods. Rods are going to come in, split 3 ways. One's going to make wire, one's going to make screws, one to make rods into the box. So basically that's the loose layout of how everything's going to work. The only thing we got to do now is I've got to clear up this mess down here to get 2 of these freed up so we can move 60 a minute up into here. And then we've got to unlock the Mark II belt. So let's go ahead and don't hurt. A little hurt. All right. Mark II belts. We need to do project assembly, and do I have everything I need? Please and thank you. All right, that's off and going. So let me go ahead and get the wiring done really quick. We'll hook up all the power, and then I'll figure out how many Mark II belts that we need, and then I'll bring you right back. Hang on a second. Yo, I want to give a shout out to all the farmhands out there. You guys' support and love is amazing. It inspires me to continue to make content for you guys, and you guys rock. All right, guys, we're all wired up, and as you can see that we've got power to everything. I did bring the miners up. I just gotta hook them up. So the question is, how much power does this setup take? That's a great question. I don't know. The answer is 118 megawatts max is what it's gonna pull. Not bad. All right, so the things that we need to do is we need to come in here and get the Mark IIs hooked up. So there's one. We've got one for the iron somewhere. We had the stone. We have the iron. Is that it? I think that's it. Well, we can do it this way. We can get the drone out, right? Let's get the drone out and fly up, and let's look. That's all hooked up. That's all hooked up. That's all hooked up. Yeah, we have to fix that over there, but we'll do that last. So let me put the drone away. And yeah, the only thing that's left to hook up is these lines. So I'm gonna hook that up. We're gonna hook that up, and I'm gonna pull the drone out, and y'all can see what it looks like. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy with the way things are going. So all I need to do is I just need to run around really quick just to make sure that there is no blockage. There should be 100% motion, right? The way we've got it laid out, I've got no manifolds, so everything should just be moving and grooving. If something's stopped, that means we have a problem. And it looks like everything is, you know what? Everything's going the way it's supposed to go, which is highly unusual for me, right? Usually I got a snafu somewhere along the way. All right, so let's come over here. We are getting, hang on a second, check that out. All right, we are getting 30 concrete a minute. We're getting 30 10 ingots a minute. We are getting 15 rods a minute, or 10 rods a minute. We are getting 20 iron plates a minute, 25 iron sheets a minute. We're getting 15 iron wire a minute, 25 screws a minute, and 10 iron rods a minute. All right, they're not amazing numbers. I understand that. However, I don't have to handcraft this stuff anymore, and I've got this thing over here that's going to feed it. And while we're looking at that, let's go ahead and feed this. Oh, by the way, I did clear all this stuff up, and here's our boxes of leftovers, right? Eventually we'll go through all this stuff, but yeah, I just wanted to show you, yeah, we have leftovers. Let's come over here and let's fix this issue that we couldn't do because we didn't have Mark II belts. So this needs a Mark II belt feeding it. And that needs a Mark II belt going out. Not a problem. This needs, nope, all right. And this needs a Mark II belt feeding it. And then, yeah, all right, so that is perfect. All right, so that fills all that. Now I'm gonna have to come in and I'm gonna have to feed this again because it's out of, as you can tell, it's out of components, right? There's no leaves, no wood. However, we've got a surplus, right? Basically, we've got, it looks like 129 roughly in each one of those. They are burning at 4 a minute, but they're not at full capacity, so they're not burning at 4 a minute. I wish I could know exactly how much they're burning, but it is what it is. We can look at the power pole. All right, the power pole is telling us at full consumption, we're 118. So 450 divided by 118, we could do that, right? Actually, we need to do it the other way. 118 divided by 450. So it's running at 41% capacity. So at half capacity, that's basically 2 a minute instead of 4 a minute. All right, no big deal. All right, let's come in here. Let's look at the hub really quick. The hub says, all right, on tier 1, we have Windows and we have blueprint designers, right? Tier 2, we've got basic bronze, which we're going to need bronze frames because we need that to make the space elevator. We've got advanced sorting, which will give us the ability to sort crushed copper and gives us, you know, magnesium and zinc and stuff like that. We could do advanced. No, we can't do advanced because I need, you know what? Here's what I think we're going to do. I think that we're going to go ahead and unlock Windows and the blueprint designer, right? And then use the blueprint designer to get our copper production going because we don't have copper and you know what? We got a place to put it, and maybe we'll think about moving the hub and the MAM and the workshop up off the desert. All right, I feel like that, you know what? I'm very happy with what we accomplished today, right? I feel a lot better about the situation. We're beginning at a starter base. You know, for it to truly be a starter base, we need to get, you know, the copper production going. So we'll work on that next. All right, guys, if you made it this far and you're not subscribed to the channel, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Likes, comments, suggestions are all encouraged, right? You know, I appreciate it and I do read it. And also, if you made it this far, you're a rock star. I really appreciate the love and support. You guys are awesome. All right, guys, if I don't see you in between now and then, have a fantastic week. And as always, happy farming.